All right, guys, welcome back to Elite Star Training in our land navigation module of our basic search operations course. And in this particular video, we're going to start talking about how we can navigate using dead reckoning. This is a logical way to navigate using a paper map. It's actually, dead reckoning is an aviation term. And the idea is you can logically deduce your position based on your starting point, your heading, your time elapsed, and your airspeed. That's the idea of what dead reckoning is. But for land navigation, it's about your location and a logical route to get to somewhere based on terrain analysis. With a lot of land navigation I've taught over the years, this is a very intimidating topic. This is something that a lot of people are very much intimidated by the idea of being handed a map and they're told to plot points and shoot azimuths, and it's easy to get overwhelmed. A lot of navigation is really done through the use of common sense and reasonable deduction. There's times where you're going to need a compass or a GPS unit to navigate between points, but most of the time, finding the simplest solution is the most logical decision to make. And I think that's a pitfall of a lot of land navigation courses that I've seen over the years is we jump right into the technical without really taking the step back and being like, okay, what makes sense? And that's where dead reckoning kind of comes in. So with the example we have here, you're at the boat ramp here in Hawesville, and you need to get to the intersection of of Highway 60 and 1389. So we're starting here and we're ending here. How are we going to get there? Option A is we take a compass or a handheld GPS, and we're going to navigate. We have a coordinate. We've marked it on the map. We plotted it, and we're just going to go trucking straight towards that point. Sure, we can absolutely get there, but as you can see, we've got to cross some pretty steep terrain to get there. Whenever we start navigating with a map or compass or GPS unit, you're trying to sight ahead. You're trying to find a target that's along your route and trying to navigate to that target, and then you shoot for another target. Whenever you start going uphill or crawling through vegetation, it makes it a lot harder to do that. So sure, you can probably, it's not that far of a distance. You can probably get up there and eventually get your way to where you need to go, but it looks like a very labor-intensive route. So the option B would be to implement dead reckoning. And that's just a logical route to get from one point to another. So that way it takes less burden off of us. We're not near as tired along the way. We're not near as frustrated. It's just something that makes sense. This is probably the simplest method of land navigation to teach and to learn. If you want to learn how to map and compass, learn how to use a map and compass, this is something we could set aside and do a full-fledged weekend on. But the only way really to learn it is hands-on. Until then, this is something you can do every day. You can practice daily. Get good at plotting points and understanding what the map is telling you. Understand what's the most logical route. If you're that committed to going overland here, going up the steep part here may not be your best route. You may want to skirt around and go up something a little more flatter, or take your way up a ridge. There's other ways that we can do it other than just going straight trucking up a hill. So it's dead reckoning is just looking at the map, looking at what makes sense, and then picking our course based off of that. Thanks for watching. We'll move on to the next video.